Hello everybody, we're back again. My friend Wolfgang probably doesn't need an introduction. I think this is episode 3, and I thought it's a good time to have a look at his X-bolts. A lot of people were asking me to compare the A-bolt and the X-bolt, and I don't own an X-bolt right now. So Wolfgang very kindly said, yeah, let's look at his. So let's talk about these X-bolts. So what did I learn right away? Well, the magazines are excellent. Wolfgang was talking about that. Oh, can you tell us about this target? Which rifle made this target?
Oh, yeah. Well, before we go and talk about this, these rifles are available right now everywhere, and if you go to a real famous gun manufacturer or rifle maker, they said, they're utility rifles and so forth. But I just want to tell you this, I'm not the best shot in the world, but this was at about, let's say, 120 to 140 yards. And I'm not going to destroy this because I'm quite proud of this. Out of these. Then that was with the X-bolt. The one that has a carbon fiber stock,
right?
And we had, I think this one here, this bullet is from when we went
prone.
Yeah, and we put these down, and the others were with sandbags. Put the rifle on sandbags. So, but there, I tell you, these guns shoot good, and I haven't had any failure at all with them. And what else can I say about them? This one has comes with a twisted barrel.
Yeah, you can see the fluting, that radial fluting, and it's a 6.8 Western.
6.8 Nosler Western 175 grain. That they like the target shooters that I met out there. They prefer that over the one that says something was copper bonded or whatever that was, I don't know, because and it says long range pro hunter from Browning, this one, but it is a Nosler developed cartridge. I think Nosler is in Bend, Oregon.
Yeah, so here's the X-bolt. We'll do just sort of some kind of comparison. This is a regular polymer stock. This is carbon stock, yeah. And this is worth focusing in on. So this would be this rifle here, which is in 6.8. I've lost my way.
Yeah, 6.8.
This is 28 Nosler.
Oh, so, sorry. Yeah, this is 28 Nosler.
28 Nosler.
And this one here is 6.8
Western.
It's called Western, yes.
So you can see the 28 has the long bolt, and the Western has the short bolt, and you can see the action is quite compact. And in comparison to the A-bolt, you can see that the A-bolt is quite a wide body bolt, which reminds me of the BBR to some extent, 3 locking lugs. So people were asking me if there's interchangeability. I don't see any interchangeability here. No. These are totally different rifles. But that A-bolt just doesn't die. This is A-bolt 3. I kind of lost track of the A-bolt line for a variety of reasons. This is the A-bolt magazine. And this is a very inexpensive rifle, even now. And it's still got some steel in it, whereas this is the 28 Nosler. Yeah. That's a full polymer magazine. They're all secured by 2 bolts, and they actually take the same Allen key to undo. I would have to say this gives you a lot of accuracy and a lot of value per dollar. Yeah. Actually, they all do. And Wolfgang tends to have like the leading, he's usually ahead of me. He has the most ballistically efficient cartridges, and therefore he has this 6.8 Western, which you went deer hunting with, and you got a deer last year.
And you know, you don't need a long action. It's quite a short action. I think it's similar to the Winchester the Winchester short action.
WSMs?
Yeah, WSM. It looks similar. Mm-hmm. And it might have a different tapering here. But like I said, this is my target here, proves that you can hit something.
Yeah, pretty good. I noticed on the barrel, I only saw this, it says 1 in 7, 1 in 7.5 rate of twist. So for you that study this kind of thing, that's a pretty fast twist. So that'll stabilize heavy bullets, which is what we have
here. This is 175 grain.
Yeah, yep. I don't know if anything's like eclipsed the 6.8. This is sort of a period of development with extremely ballistically efficient bullets. By the way, just before filming, Wolfgang was telling me about this Sig Sauer scope. Maybe I didn't quite understand. What was it about the scope?
Well, this scope needs to be set up at home or where you have Bluetooth, and then you shoot, and you can then mark this thing, and it goes. If you set it up at 200 yards, 300 yards, 400 yards, it's you have to study it a little bit. I've never done it, but when they sold it to me, the guy talked so fast I can't remember what all he said. But it's a Sierra A2180X 4.5 by 14 and 50 millimeters opening.
Yeah,
and it's quite a sophisticated scope with all this new IT in there, but you have to want to do it, and without it, it's fine too. I mean, it's like every other regular scope, but it has to be bullet specifically adjusted, and then it's hard to miss them.
Yeah, and then.
And I think you need, sorry to interrupt you, I think you need your cell phone there at the same time to do this all precisely.
Yeah, I wish I could assist in the description, but I know nothing about this. I'll have to learn about it. And then some of you were writing me about how to take down these bolts. So of course I've just seen them for the first time here, but typically they'll all be the same. So when you see, so this would be what you have to pull back. Mm-hmm. Some people would use a wire, in a vise. Some people would use, some kind of padded vise grip, and then you unwind. They're almost all the same. I haven't done it, but I'm pretty sure that that's how it would work. You just have to overcome this little détente here, and then spin it out, and likely it's a lot of threading, so you have to be patient, but eventually it comes apart. But I always say the same thing on my videos, unless you really have to take apart the bolt. Most of the time I don't, because I don't see how much gets in there, but I know that other people, fall in creeks and things like this, so it may be needed. But that's what I would say needs to be done. Just always pull this back, because that's what's under spring tension, and it'll be easy to lose a grip. So you have whatever you design, and maybe I'll do something in the studio, but whatever you do, you have to have a good grip on that, pull it back, and then unwind it. Anyway, I hope that's helpful. And I wouldn't touch the bolt face. There are people that drive out these pins, and then they find themselves quickly contacting me because the pin went somewhere and the spring went somewhere. I would more or less leave it alone or take it to a gunsmith. But anyway, I hope you find that helpful. So yeah, I mean, this X-bolt is impressive. Would you mind holding this rifle? One thing I noticed that's a big difference is that the A-bolt, take a look at this, like the A-bolt has a trigger that's part of the trigger guard. I didn't actually know that. Or if I did, I forgot about it, but it's interesting and theoretically not that great. Here's what the A-bolt, so the A-bolt stock, that's just everything on the A-bolt bottom metal is not metal, it's plastic. And the trigger is plastic. And the stock, well, stock is about, I mean, this probably feels like a more quality stock. This is just me monkeying around with a cheap piece because we made that video on that Discovery long range scope. So I put that on there, but that doesn't even look that good. Recoil lugs, yeah, they're about the same on both, but the recoil lug is on the action on both of them. That's this part here and here, and I don't want to dismantle the carbon rifle. Mm-hmm. So altogether, oh, and how is the trigger on this?
Wonderful. I don't know, is it, I can't tell you how many pounds, but it's just perfect. Like you pull the trigger and the shot goes off, it doesn't seize or it doesn't jam or anything.
Creep,
it's just easy pulling and and it's quite nice.
Yeah, I have a hunch that these are best sellers for a good reason. They're quite sophisticated for what they are.
Yeah. And they make lots of them.
Yeah.
It is made in Japan, and I think they're all made in Japan. And the Japanese, you know, everybody's seen Japanese cars, they last a long time. Mm-hmm. It's not the old thing anymore. So they're not. This is not made in America. That's
yeah.
But I don't think that makes any difference. I just wanted to show you my. Where's the clip here, Mike, that we had for this one?
For that one, did we forget it? No. That's the A bolt. Is there a magazine? There it is.
Yes.
Oh, it has a round in it.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you how short this bullet is, and you know, I've got fancy and expensive European guns, and I have to say that this clip is one of the best that I've ever seen. Just put it in, and it's quite solid, easy to put in, easy to take off. And the older European ones, they were not as easy. They were thinner and out of metal.
Yeah.
And this is just about perfect for me for a clip.
This button here, Wolfgang, that must open the bolt when its safety is on. Is that maybe?
It's this one.
Yeah.
This one here. Yeah, no, you can show you this.
Let's take a look.
That's it. It works pretty good. There. And then the safety. This is all very easy on and off. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't. This is quite a nice gun, and the mounting here is. What would you?
That looks like maybe a tally.
Yeah, I think it is a tally, and you just pull this out, and then you can tighten it, pull it out here, tighten it, but it's not a quick release like the EAW one. Mm-hmm. But it's solid.
Yeah, it's hard to tell how much that rifle weighs because of the bipod.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling if that wasn't on there.
Oh, you can take this. Oh, this comes off really easy.
I didn't even know
Fell
that.
off already.
So that's.
Yeah, but you still have a heavy scope.
Yeah, heavy scope. But actually, altogether, that's a fine handling rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scopes these days do tend to be.
And it has a
heavy.
palm swell here.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice, but it is a bit heavy for walking through the bush. That's one reason why sometimes the EAW quick release mounts are wonderful, because you can take it off, and some of the older European ones then have open sights, whereas these ones don't.
Yeah. Yeah, and it looks like they've got them threaded. I didn't. Is that one threaded?
That is for the
suppressor.
Suppressor, and they're not always allowed everywhere.
Yeah.
In Europe, they're just quite common, and for the not just the suppressor, for the sound, not for the kick, to reduce the recoil.
Yeah.
You can put that in here too.
Yep. And which one do you prefer of the two? Probably that one.
Well,
yeah?
this one,
Yeah.
because it shoots good.
Yep.
It shoots very good, actually.
That's the best reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, fantastic. So we probably didn't cover, all ground, but at least we had a chance to compare the two rifles. And I guess they're both excellent. They must be, because they don't discontinue the A-bolt. And this one, people always ask me about everything. This just has the Leopold 20 MOA Picatinny. And I noticed that's a Picatinny on there as well, those bases.
But it's much shorter.
Yeah,
It's much shorter here.
Yeah.
And here, obviously. And then it has a Picatinny rail here to fasten this thing quickly.
Yeah, that came off really easily.
Yeah. Well, it's this lever here.
Yeah. Yeah, I often wonder why they don't make a scope that... I made one myself. I made a scope because I'm always testing rifles, so I made a scope mount that works something like that, but not as easy as that, where you can just clip it and it comes off. Yeah. Okay, well, was there anything else that you wanted to tell us about?
No, I have to say, if you buy one of these guns, not promoting it, I'm not involved anywhere, you probably won't be sorry. And I don't even know why one wants to buy this carbon fiber stock. It is lighter. It is very nice and smooth. Whereas that is not one of those, and it's probably a bit heavier.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Altogether, though, I mean, none of them are very heavy. They're light. No. They're light stocks.
I think they're doing a good one, but don't forget this: the Winchester with this Magpul clip is for people that like clips. It's available, and that was not very expensive. I would say $200-300. You got the whole setup.
Somebody did some fancy checkering on this.
It's fleur de, what is that called?
Fleur de lis?
Fleur de lis, yeah.
Well done. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess we'll wind up with that. It's always interesting talking to Wolfgang. Wolfgang, thanks for joining me again.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
And please let me know what your thoughts are on the video. Sorry if I didn't do the best job going into the details here, but with the taking apart of bolts, what I mentioned earlier is the trick. Just pull that back and it should come undone for you. And other than that, I could see a lot of you being interested in X bolts and probably A bolts.
Yeah,
all right.
You may want to mention that the X bolt also has for fastening the base of the scope. It has 4 screws.
Right. Yeah, that's actually really important.
And be very careful, because my friend over tightened them. Don't do that. Tighten them easy so that it's because once you over tighten it and you wreck the thread, you have a bit of a problem. But it works good and it's pretty solid.
I would say. All right, thanks again, and we'll see you all next time. Take care until then.
Before we say, instead of saying goodbye to all the German-speaking friends, I'll say Weidmannsheil.